Hello, welcome back to another predictions video. It's week 33 of Valentine's week, and we're going to predict all 12 matches of the EFL Championship here with Dan Sparks, who is, of course, a Sheffield United fan. How are you, Dan?
I'm good, thanks, Mark. How are you?
Yeah, mad season this. Where do you think the Blades are going to finish, given all your new signings now?
I think, given all the new signings, I got to hope for automatics. I was going to say, I thought you might ask me a question about my love for the Championship. And I would have maybe responded saying I love it so much that I'm not sure if I want us to go up. Purely because of previous seasons. But
we'll have a look at what Southampton are doing. Right. If you are a follower of this channel, thank you, of course, so much for continuing your support. If you're wondering where the other football content's gone from, this is where we branched off now to 24 different channels, and you can follow your individual team by just clicking the description below and clicking on that individual channel. We've got a channel for Sunderland, channel for Norwich, etc., etc. So go give that a check out. Right, shall we start then? The biggest match this weekend, one that I'm sure you'll be watching on Monday night, is, of course, the league leaders Leeds taking on Sunderland. This was an interesting fixture, the reverse fixture, because we had Mellé in the 94th minute, just throwing it into his own net, and Sunderland scraping a draw. Did you see anything that Sunderland could get from this, Daniel, or not?
Well, to be honest, I think out of the fixtures remaining, Sunderland are the best chance for Leeds to drop points. I think when we played against Leeds, we kind of bottled it. And I think when we played against Burnley, I didn't think they were that good. But when we played against Sunderland, I was most impressed with them out of all of them teams, I'd say. So regarding an upset, this is the best chance, although I still don't think I see it, to be honest.
Score prediction from you. We're going to go 2-0 Leeds. Sorry, Sunderland fans.
I would have maybe said 2-0 as well. I'll go 3-1 just to differentiate it a little bit.
Okay. All right. We're both going for a Leeds home win. Of course, keep scoring the comments as well. Let us know what you think. If we think we're absolutely smoking, you know what. Friday night is a game I'm not sure many will be tuning in for. It's not going to be a classic, but it might be, because, of course, it might be the first outing of Derby's new manager. Derby travelled to Queen's Park Rangers. How do you see this one going?
I was just going to mention that I've just seen about an hour ago. It looks like it's going to happen, John Eustace. I think it's interesting to see how the Derby game midweek goes. I do just have it here in terms of their result. Derby v Oxford. I think depending on that result, if they get, I predicted a point, but a point or more, I can see them getting 3 here.
Wow, you see them beating QPR.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know something about QPR. Like QPR fans thinking they're going to get playoffs. I think their squad there's clearly something being built there, but nothing this season. And I think if someone's going to drop off, it's results like these that cause teams like that to drop off, isn't it?
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm backing a QPR win all the way. I think Marty Cervantes is cooking something special there. There are dark horses.
They're your dark horses too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they've got real talent now. Yeah. Ronnie Edwards they've got is a real class signing from Southampton. Right, let's crack on into Saturday's fixtures then. First up, it's you would say it's a basement battle, but actually Oxford have torn themselves well clear of that. For now, Oxford and Portsmouth in the battle of the promoted sides. No love lost between these two. Dan?
I think it's quite a clear winner for me. I think if you'd flipped it around, it was Portsmouth-Oxford, it'd be a different winner. But Oxford's home form is good. Portsmouth's away form is pretty horrendous. I mean, to be fair, Portsmouth just came to Bramall Lane last week, and deserved the win, which was surprising and disappointing from a Blades perspective. But I'd probably go 2-1 Oxford here.
All right. I'm going to go 1-1. I think Portsmouth have just turned the corner maybe on these. So we will see. Also, another 12:30 kickoff, and this is going to be definitely one for less than 2 goals. So 1.5 G. Preston battle Burnley in the Who Hates Blackburn Rovers More derby. Burnley have suffered a bit with a few 0-0s, but Preston don't concede many either. This has got 0-0 written all over it, hasn't it?
I think it's going to be 1-0 Burnley, but I do think Preston are doing pretty well. I like Hecky. I thought he did a great job at Blades. I also think he's doing a great job at Preston. I looked at their form and thought they were doing a lot better than I actually realised. But I think there's not enough. 9 goals conceded still as we're recording this for Burnley is just ridiculous. So I think it's going to be 1-0 Burnley.
All right, we're going to go 0-0. In fact, we're just going to back 0-0 for all Burnley fixtures, and I think we'll make money. But then the other 12:30 kickoff, then actually going to be spoilt for which game to watch. I think it might be this one actually, because it might be a bit blood and thunder, and it's a mini derby as well. Cardiff City against Bristol City, two teams that dislike each other, two sets of fans that dislike each other as well. Bristol lost to the other Welsh side in the league, Swansea, this weekend. How do you see Cardiff going this season? Are they too good to go down?
Yeah, I think so. I think the teams that are going down is between the three at the moment. The three there at the moment: Derby, Plymouth, and Luton, and then potentially Portsmouth. But I don't see anyone else dropping. I think Hull will go. I think Cardiff will move out. I do think Bristol City will get something here, but I'd probably go 2-2 draw.
All right, we're going to go 2-1. I think the natives aren't happy at Bristol City at the moment with no signings. Only Bristol City and Leeds didn't sign anyone in the January transfer window, which is, it's got Lansdowne, or fans of Lansdowne, not very happy.
I love Max Bird and Jason Knight in the middle. That's what makes me lean towards them.
Okay. Right, let's crack on then to the other games featured on Saturday. Then first of all, Tom Cleverley against old pal Carrick as Watford travel to the Borough. Two sides which you wouldn't put any money on at the moment. What happening here? This could be 3-3 or 3-2 either way. What do you reckon? I
think this result comes from what's going to happen midweek, and I'm predicting midweek for Watford to lose against Leeds, but I'm also predicting for Borough to beat Blades. I feel like they always do. So I'm going to go for a Borough win. I think they'll kick on. I think Watford, even though they got a point against Sunderland at the weekend, their form isn't good. They're not going to be able to kick on because they'll lose to Leeds midweek. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Borough.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go 1-0 Borough. Watford did beat them, of course, in the reverse fixture. So anything is possible. Let's have a look at another one. Hull City take on Norwich City. I mean, Hull cannot buy a win at home, and Norwich, but coming in some good form. And of course, we'll see the return of Borges Saints this week against Preston, and no doubt him and Sargent are going to be lethal in the remaining 14 games. How do you see them going on at Hull?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I think the main thing about Norwich is that I was going to say front three, but really them two, isn't it? They're both playoff, absolute top playoff, automatic promotion quality attackers in this division. Two of the best. I think it'd probably be 3-0, to be honest. I don't know what it is with Hull, but it's crazy, isn't it? Having your home form worse than your away form.
Absolutely, man, is it? Yeah, reverse fixture Norwich did them 4-0 as well, with both Sargent and Saints scoring. So, sorry, Hull fans, I can only see this being, I'll go a 0-2. What did you say? Did you give your score there? Dan, I forgot you did.
I said 3-0.
3-0.
Norwich.
Okay, all right. Stoke and Swansea. This used to be an old Premier League battle back in the Barclays era. Stoke have just been beaten by Cardiff at home. How do you think they'll fare against the other Welsh team?
I find Stoke an interesting one because I was looking, obviously, Blaze have just signed Cannon. And then since they've obviously recalled Nathan Lowe and brought in Al Hamidi on loan, I would actually probably say they've done well for themselves there and potentially come out of the January transfer window actually better. I know at the start they were really frustrated with Cannon, but I'll probably say 1-1 for this.
Oh, you've stolen my thunder. Right, we'll go 1-0. We'll go 1-0 Swansea win. Just.
I do like Swansea at the moment as well.
Yeah. Right, two teams that will be sick of seeing the sight of each other. They drew each other in the FA Cup, of course, recently, and last year they drew each other in the FA Cup, and that's your old friends Sheffield Wednesday, this time at home against Coventry City. Getting a little bit of friction between these two sides. There was, of course, the incident last year of alleged racism, of course, which hasn't been forgotten by either side. Now, how do you see this one going? Without your bias glasses on, please.
I would say Wednesday will get something from this game. I think I see it as a draw. I probably also see goals, to be honest. So I want to go for 2-2.
All right, okay. I'm going to go for we'll go for 1-1 here as well. I think Coventry are definitely going to get something. Set pieces for Danny Rowland, just a massive weakness, aren't they at the moment? Plymouth, after their fantastic result against Liverpool this weekend, this weekend travel to Ewood Park, and potentially we'll be seeing a managerless Blackburn Rovers side. How do you see Plymouth getting on here?
I don't think they'll do very well, to be honest. I think it's too little, too late. I think the clear good for Plymouth at the moment is them two centre backs in. Is it Maxi and Kipas?
Maxi's from Millie's in the back, yeah.
Maxi, signing of 2 million looks like a steal in January. But I don't think it's enough. I don't think they've got enough attacking threat or quality. So probably see a 2-0 Blackburn win.
All right, okay. I'm gonna go against the grain here. I'm gonna say Plymouth might squeak it with a 1-0. I think Blackburn are in a little bit of disarray. And Plymouth did of course win the reverse fixture this with Morgan Whittaker's 98th minute winner. I think it was.
It'll be interesting in what happens with Eustace. How late he does go. See if it has an effect on Blackburn.
Okay. Right, a couple more to do then. First of all, West Brom take on Millwall. This was one of the dullest games in the reverse fixture last season. Last year. How do you see this one? How do you see this one heading?
Probably the main difference between now and last year is Adam Armstrong, isn't it? Just scored on his debut against Wednesday, probably man of the match performance as well. So I think that will probably be the difference maker in making probably West Brom 2-0 win, I reckon.
Yeah. Sorry, we got that. Which should be the other way around. Actually, it's Millwall against West Brom. Beg your pardon. It's West Brom going to Millwall. Does that change things?
That makes me lean towards 1-1, but I think if anyone's going to win it, potentially West Brom. I don't think Millwall have a chance for playoffs. In it's games like these, you got to win.
Right, we're going to go 1-0 Millwall. I think Alex Neil's just got them playing some really good stuff at the moment, and that should just, I hope, leave us with, of course, one game left to look at, which is your own game as you guys travel south to Kenilworth Road to take on a Luton side, which I think even the change of manager has had little impact. You're not playing well at the moment, are you? Either you've scraped past teams in recent weeks, and of course got battered by Hull. So should be in the way banker column. This
it's an interesting one. I think we will definitely get something. Whether or not it's going to be 3 points, I'm not sure. I think a big part of it relies on the Borough game midweek. And also, I couldn't tell you what the 11 is going to be. We've got a bit of a problem in midfield between who's going to be next to Sousa. Personally, probably think City Peck. I see Chowdhury as more of it's Sousa or Chowdhury. And also our striker, Tom Cannon's been starting, but he's not really hit the ground running. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Blades win, but I tell you what, I'm not convinced. We need a big win at midweek against Borough.
Do you work better with a single lone striker? He has tried these two kind of together, hasn't he? Britton Diaz and Cannon. It hasn't worked for him so far.
I think it's definitely just a lone striker. I think we missed O'Hare at the weekend. So we're getting a lot of stick O'Hare, but just the kind of for a number 10, you want more than just holding a position and providing a press. But we've kind of seen what happens when we don't have him against Portsmouth.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 3-0 Sheffield United win. I can't see Luton doing very much. Right. Well, bumper pack weekend then. This in the AFL Championship. Thank you, Dan, for your comments. Of course, next week we'll see how you do. And we'll be predicting the next ones in a week's time. So join us for that. Drop your predictions in the comments below. And if you have only just found the channel, do give us a follow and just give us a subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. We love the Championship. And on this weekend of love, we better just get this football back in action. See you in 7 days' time.